But yeah, count? So 14. I counted for this show. Sure. I never really thought to even count or anything, actually. But
Morgan?
So I do think body count matters, so I'm not going to share because I think it's something that should be intimate between you and your future partner.
Sure. But you said that it's at least one, correct?
Yes, okay. I have engaged in hookup culture in college and have done it before.
That's totally fine.
Yes.
Madison? I just like answering this question, but everyone knows, so I'm already gonna say I'll own up to it. It's 8, but I feel like I was at like a time in my life where I was very sucked into the male validation thing that like everyone was doing it, so you had to do it, and I wanted to say like I'm not making excuses for myself. Obviously, I'm gonna own up to it.
You were brainwashed.
But I was brainwashed, and I feel like as I've grown, like I've developed more values and morals and everything like that, and at the time I don't want to make excuses for myself because I don't want to sound like stupid, but like I didn't have anyone to tell me like it was wrong. Like I didn't have a mother to tell me like, oh, like this is wrong, blah blah. Like my father was a little bit absent. Like I had no one to really guide me in the right way to do that. And if I could go back and redo it, I would. But it's 8 and it's going to be 8 for the rest of my life.
So you being 18 and saying that is just so wise, because I think there's so many girls now who are 18, 19, 20, 21 who are so sold that same lie of hookup culture, male validation, seeking that. I know that's something that I struggled with for years when I was 18, of like going and doing hookups because it's like, guys are giving you attention. It's so normalized.
And you feel cool. For some reason you feel cool. And I have no idea why. I feel like a cool girl.
Yeah. Like, every like body that I have had, I've genuinely liked the guy that I've done it. I didn't just like do random hookups, you know.
Then what's wrong with it? Like I don't understand like what's wrong with it. Like I like to have sex.
You can like to have sex and not sleep with a lot of people.
I think it's a
fair point.
Self-control issue almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's sad that some of you shame yourself.
I'm not shaming myself. I'm owning up to it.
I don't think anyone's shaming themselves.
I just, I acknowledge that, like, maybe it was wrong. Like, no, you're fine.
Well, I do acknowledge it was wrong. I'm just saying,
maybe she felt like she was doing it out of fear and not out of her own, heart.
Exactly.
Like, and that's not like a shame, but like, oh my goodness, like I was so young.
That you liked every guy that you did it with, so then just, you're fine.
Yeah, but I got played by every guy that I did it with.
Yeah.
I mean, I've liked guys that I've done things with, but just because I like them doesn't mean that I should have allowed myself to give my full self to that person.
Oh, well then that's well, if you gave your full self,
that's what I'm saying is,
and like I said, like as I got older, like I developed more values, and I feel like I didn't value it as much as I do now.
Do you think that because we're around the same age, the three of us, do you think that you got more conservative as you got older, like out of high school and everything?
100%, yeah.
Okay. I think all three of us did, and I usually don't meet people like that, but it's cool to see that.
Yeah. Y'all are so wise. Seriously. If I was where y'all were when I was 18 and I turned 24 this month. Like it's insane to see young people like you girls who, have lower bodies and are actively talking about it, because I feel like just because so many lies are sold to us that it is glorifying for us to be so sexually active. Hookup culture in college, it's like almost if you're not engaging in that culture in college, you're missing out. Yeah. When in reality, if you're not engaging in that, you're actually saving yourself for something so much better in the future.
I think it should be talked about more for sure, especially in our industry.
Oh my God.
I think I would say around 95%.
It's not even in our industry. It's not even like having a lot of sex, because let's be honest, everybody who's a fitness influencer, or most people, are going to be attractive on the higher end.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's your job. But in the women's side, I want to say a good 95% of the girls in the fitness industry do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just so normalized.
People want that the most.
Yeah.
I feel like they want the fitness the most.
Oh yeah.
It's the most.
It's almost like a
coveted.
Yeah.
It's a very male-dominated industry, and if you take purely fitness, the men make way more money than the girls. So the girls make up for that by selling sex, basically. We're very lucky. We're able to be financially independent just doing fitness, not doing anything sexual. But a lot of girls can't find that level of financial independence in the industry, because it is male.
And then they see everyone else doing it, they're like,
and they always assume that we do it too. That's the biggest part that bothers me. It affects us because we meet people. There are people who have known us for months, and then one day we randomly stumble upon the conversation, and they're like, "Oh, you don't do OnlyFans?" It's like, I personally don't want to be seen as somebody who does sex work.
Yeah,
it sucks that it's like normalized for you guys.
Yeah, it is. It's
especially in your
annoying.
industry.
There was like some guy at the gym who thought I was like, he's like, oh, I thought you were richer than that because we were talking about income, and I was like, well, like, what do you mean? He goes, well, your OnlyFans, how much money does that bring in? Just a, like automatic assumption.
Automatically thinks.
And it's like, oh my god, like there's guys who I've gone on like dates with. And they go, well, my number one concern is that you do OnlyFans. I'm like, where did you get that from? Like, it's
just an assumption now.
Yeah, and so it reflects poorly on the rest of us. And it's, I don't know if upsetting is the right term, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Honestly, me personally, I don't think it's frustrating because then it's just like they find out, oh, you don't do OnlyFans? It's like, oh. Like, it's almost like...
I think if...
Yeah.
I think if everybody knew, like, on widespread, then, like, yeah. But, I mean, I guess my followers know that I don't.
Yeah, because it's like if they seek it out, then they're like, oh,
then
you
figure it out. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't, like...
Say it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spit it out.
I don't want to be like, oh, like moral high ground, like I'm better than you. But at the same time,
but you can, though.
I do take pride in making my money in a non-exploitive way.
Yeah.
I think that the way that I make my money isn't negative on my mental health.
Yep.
Like a lot of things. You know what I'm getting at.
Are you saying that sex work isn't real work?
No, I think that it's still. I don't know. I don't think I'm educated enough
How
on
would
that
you-
topic to give you.
How would you define real work?
Sorry, I'm just fucking.
How would you define real work?
I'm instigating. I'm just instigating here. Okay. Here, let's do this. We have Puffy here. Nick.